let's go. Let's get stuck in. As always, welcome one and welcome all. It's Wednesday Q&A today, where we're going to talk a lot of value. If you're a face-to-face PT and you're watching this on YouTube, this is for you. So don't feel scared to subscribe and turn on the notifications. And also don't feel shy. Like, drop comments. If you have questions about anything that we're talking about here, I mean, all these guys here we have, they're six-figure trainers or they're around about, and some of these guys on towards multiple six figures, and there will obviously be a few more people coming in. And these guys that work with us here at Pinnacle Fitness Consulting are the cream of the crop in the fitness industry, guys, for multiple reasons, and we're going to discuss why. So that is that. Basically, if you have any questions on here as well, don't feel shy, just interrupt me, put your hand up, or do whatever you want to do. Company announcements this week. So there is some new content that has been launched. So we're going to be launching a new big bulk blast reoccurring strategy that will be done this week. I'll probably try and get to that tomorrow. With that being said as well, there is also new leverage content that's ready to be recorded, which is around invoicing, pay increase. For this is leverage content. So for Mon and Zach, this is perfect. Invoicing, pay rates, pay rises, and how to manage the payment structure of your staff. For you guys, very important right now. So that is that. In terms of announcements, not much else I would say to report. Obviously, Christmas stuff is getting polished at the moment, but when that's live, I'm going to tell everyone when it is. We will be going for a Christmas marketing marathon this year, as always, every single year at this time of year. The build up to Christmas is the most important time. Most trainers wait until late. They wait too late to generate leads. And then it's people like these guys here that have already taken the action. They've collected the details and they're already calling and converting people before people are even generating leads. So we're going through all of that content as well, just getting that polished. Welcome, Dan. Hopefully you're well, brother. Yeah, with that being said, stay tuned. We are going to be starting the Christmas marketing marathon. And again, anyone watching this, if you want to take part in our marketing marathon, just reach out, drop a comment on the video on YouTube if you want to, or reach out to us via our socials. We will start in 4 weeks. So it's 4 weeks today will be the first marketing marathon webinar. However, the way in which we're going to run the marketing marathon is this. It's going to be pre-recorded. I don't expect people to have to attend, and at the end of the day, we're never going to get all of the clients to attend these slots. It'll be pre-recorded, and then what we'll do is get everyone in your own time to watch one webinar per week. The webinar is going to be short, guys. So I'm re-watching everything myself as we speak, right? Not at the moment. And then what I'm doing is I'm condensing it, and it will probably just simply be a screen recording of me and a Microsoft Word document. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, deadline for you to have it done, and that is it. Then obviously in our marketing webinars, which come after this today, it's a Q&A, and that is it. The webinars, again, guys, are designed to do all of the work. If you just simply watch them, you will have everything you need, and it's that simple. Those of you who don't know as well, another announcement, we have a new graphic designer on board. He's currently working with 4 of us at the moment as well, so that's cool. Quality of the content that he's been producing is excellent. If you want to use him through Christmas time, I would tee him up. So if you're listening to this live, like, I would tee this guy up and just tell him I'm going to work with you at Christmas. And if you want to, just drop him a message and just say, I'm going to be working with you, like, get some slots, because he'll be very busy at that time of year. Welcome, Ron. And that's pretty much it, guys, for announcements. Next, yeah, as always, guys, open Q&A forum. So with that being said, let's go. I have got a couple of topics that I will get to today, if we don't have some positive conversation, which we always have. So questions, anyone questions about anything? It doesn't have to be about anything specific, anything relative to anything basic or general. It can be leverage related. I know, Mon, you've hired a staff member recently, as a Zach. Questions, guys, about anything?
Yeah, where do you draw the fine line in thinking you're over delivering versus you're not over delivering? I don't know, like, I've got a few clients that have signed up recently that are messaging me a lot, and look, I'm happy for it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there's a reason we set it up like that, because it works. It was like, I guess in a way, it's obviously not as busy as your Vocta, but in a scenario, you're Voxer as well. I'm learning, especially because I've got a couple of teachers as well, to send them the same message, not in a lazy way, but in a smart way, to go, hey, look, how's school going? You know, checking in on them, making sure they're still putting their health and fitness first, and not just going to school and stuff like that. But over delivering, like my phone's dinging constantly because I got this client that smokes. And I said, like, and I mean, a heavy smoker. I said, message me every time you smoke. You know, he's not going to want to message me 20 times a day. And he was having 20 smokes a day. I was like, message the time and why you smoked. You know, if it's stress, fair enough. I want to know that. I want to know how you're going and stuff like that. But like, I'm happy to do it. But you say don't over deliver. Where do you draw the fine line with that? Like, it's with programs.
Yeah. Sorry, finish off, right? What were you going to say at the end there?
Just with the programs as well. So like, obviously, sign your silvers or gold up, and you have a certain amount of time with them in the gym.
Yeah.
With a new client, for example, they sign up with you, and you say, "Oh, look, when can you get into the gym?" And they go, "I can't get in there till Wednesday."
Yeah.
You know, but you want to push them in the gym more and more. So you have that 1 or 2 sessions with them, depending if you go half an hour or an hour, and then that's kind of all they're doing for that week. Where do you draw that fine line of going, "Hey, look, you need to get in there," without giving them all this stuff to do? So what I've done personally is try to set their first session up as like a movement session, especially if their goal is weight loss. They need to get used to being in the gym. There's nothing stopping them from getting in there, just doing a bit of cardio to get the movement in and to be used to being in the gym. So when we go to the weight section and stuff like that, and I start teaching them, they're not, "Oh, I've never been in a gym before." It's hey, I'm actually getting used to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. I'm just making some notes here because you've said some stuff and there's about 4 or 5 points to discuss.
Yeah.
But this is really important. Like, this is absolutely massive. So you've touched on program delivery for them, right?
Yep.
You've touched on access to you and boundaries, right?
Yep.
What else is there specific you want me to answer? Because I'm going to go into detail with these. This will stem off and create probably half an hour's worth of conversation, to be honest with you.
No, touching on those two are probably the biggest thing.
Okay, cool. So look, first and foremost, I think it's very clear that the more people you get, look, let's say this. It's very clear that you're very passionate, Ron. Yeah. And when you're very passionate, and like with me and Jude, when we were traveling interstate, like we were in the cabs and Jude was on Voxer. Yeah, I was like, fuck that shit. I don't love my clients that much, right? So he's hustling on Voxer, right? And yeah. I'm like, there's a boundary. However, again, it's whatever you want to do, right? Now, for me, first and foremost is this. So Jude, how he manages stuff, he may be more on the fly and he's happy to do things as they come through. Bearing in mind as well, and I definitely speak for Jude with a couple of his clients, like when they come on board and they request to work with Jude on Voxer, which is obviously, as you guys know, it's a perk, right? Jude will go above and beyond to deliver these guys value fast, right? Especially when they're a new client. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's actually recommended that you do that. I personally, however, so setting the boundaries. So first and foremost, give them access to you, bro. But at the same time, there's boundaries. Now, I was speaking to another client myself on Voxer this week about when you take more of a interest and a level of care into your client's goals more than they do, it is dangerous for your mental health. Now, with me and Jude, we're very fortunate that the guys that are obviously invested with us on Voxer, they action take and they get stuff done very quickly. I think you would say that, Jude. It's not like these guys where they're kicking them in the ass, right? They're working, they're hustling. Now, with your guys, if you find that you're giving them access and that they're coming to you, but they're not changing, personal space and boundaries you've got to set. So what I do, as all of you guys know, is I will allocate a certain amount of time every day. And again, for people like Zach, right? Who you're utilizing Voxer, Zach, right? You're not with me, obviously, but with your clients, yeah?
Telegram, but yep.
Okay, so anyone that utilizes a communicational outlet with their clients, and this is the kicker here, right? You need to allocate a timeline where these guys can have access to you on there, right? So that's the first thing, right? Makes sense, Ron? So if you're going to give them access, you reply, they can get in touch with you anytime. there'll be people that will reach out to me during this webinar. Like, even though they know they could turn up and be with me face to face like you guys, they'll hit me on there, right? But they have the flexibility to do that, and it's convenient for them. So that is that. Set the boundary, right? Set the boundary. Tell them they can communicate anytime, but you are online at a certain time. Secondly, before I forget it, notifications are a big no-no. Let me say that again. Notifications are a big no-no. Like, I don't, for me personally, like, and it's not because, oh, there's so many notifications. Look how many things on Facebook and Voxer and Instagram, everything goes on. It's not about that. But at the same time, it kind of is. I just don't want to be fucking told that Monica's messaged me. I'm going to get to Monica when I'm going to get to Monica. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's not like Monica can wait. Monica knows that I'm in touch. Like with school, I've been like, I'm not like, with school, it's maybe 1 to 2 days maximum 3. Voxer guys, like that's a service. I'm on there every day with them without fail. These webinars, like Bar Jude's sales webinar that I'll occasionally tap into, but that's at a time where my family comes first. Like Jude takes them. Do you know what? Apart from that, people know when they can message me. So I don't need to be notified. So this is a massive tip for anyone. No notifications, because you should never need to be notified to show up for your clients. Let me say that again. No notifications. And also because it's creating creating that distance for your mental health, right? It's not that you don't need to be notified, but it's like, he's had a smoke, he's had a smoke, he's had a smoke, he's had a smoke. After a while, I can already see it now. I'd be like, man, that would do my fucking head in. Like, but even though, right? Even though you know it's beneficial for him because you've given him that communicational outlet, choose when you don't need to be notified of it. Just let him notify you, but don't let your phone go ding, bong, bing, bang, fucking all these little noises and shit. You do not want that. Like, it'll kill you, right? So there's that. Does that, so far, Ron, is that making sense? So notifications are a no-no, and don't over commit. Tell them there's a time where you'll be in response.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, just like your meetings now, like you've set a time for that we make important to us to make them. Say to him, hey, look, we're going to check in at 7 o'clock tonight. Obviously, check if it suits him as well. If he's working night shift and can't do it, he can't. But, separate that time from me sitting there on the couch answering every message to go, this is the time I'm allocating for you. Bang, done, let's go kind of thing.
Yeah, look, 100%. It's like you want to give them accountability, right? And a task like that, you want him to commit to telling you when he's having a smoke, right? That's fine. But if you get into a habit, and I've had this before, because obviously we're recommending that clients are using a communicational outlet like Zach is using with Telegram. I recommend Voxer as the best way to do things. If you allow yourself to, number one, have notifications. And when you use Voxer, by the way, guys, you use it when you leverage. So if you're like Mon or like Dan or like Ray and Tash and Zach, pretty much everyone here, right? Apart from yourself, Ron, who's coming up now quickly. Like, you've got 40 clients or 50 sessions worth of clients, right? That's a lot of bing, bang, bongs going off on your phone, right? You don't want that. Like, you don't want it. Right, Mike, welcome, brother. Good to see you, my man. Like, so distance yourself, never care about your clients' goals as like more than they care, but don't let the accountability that you're giving them screw your mental health and give you a lot of bing bang bongs, right? So that's that. Now, in terms of program delivery as well, can you just elaborate with program delivery? Just take it back for me and rewind. What were you talking about with program delivery again, so I can give you proper clarity?
So, and again, like your cert 3 and 4 teaches you nothing really. Like, I don't know about everyone else's cert 3 and 4. I've learned a lot more in the gym based on my knowledge and working with people that have been in the industry 10, 11, 12 years. We had somebody come into the gym the other day that's been in the industry, done powerlifting comps and stuff like that. And I caught up with a coffee for him just to kind of get a bit of a feel for what he does as well. Not a PT, but just him in general. But like, so someone comes to me and goes, I want to go on a weight loss journey. I want to learn how to lift weights and stuff like that. I go, no worries, cool. Where do I draw the fine line? He goes, I want to train 4 to 5 times a week. he signed up on my gold package, which is an hour and a half, but he wants to add more value to it. Where do I draw the line of giving him like a, say, a push-pull legs program or something like that, and over-delivering to go, here you go, you've got everything to stand on now. I've helped you with your nutrition and stuff like that. And now he's got the programs, he's feeling confident, see you later kind of thing.
Yeah,
Correct.
can I
mean?
take this one?
Yeah, go, Jude.
Yeah, so this is actually really imperative for anyone doing personal training. So whenever you say you sell someone 3 sessions, you always ask them how many. So if they want to train 4 times a week, you only give them 1 day of programming, right? So
Mandatory important, guys. So important.
Yeah.
So important.
And you use that to sell as well, right? So when you're selling a 3-pack or a 2-pack, you're like, hey, I know you wanted to train 5 times a week. But like they're coming in for, like, just say they're coming in 2-3 times. Say what we're going to do is we're going to start with 4 days a week. We're going to train 3 times a week together. And then I'm going to give you 1 day by yourself. And then over the next few weeks, you can train 2 days by yourself, or write you a 2nd day program. This way, I'm going to take care of all your training in the 3 days, and you can go individually and do the 2 days that I set for you. And that way you'll hold on to these clients for ages. You never give them full programs. They don't need it because they're already meant to be training with you. So you're actually shooting yourself in the foot if you do that.
Yeah. So never that, like, does that make sense, Ron?
Yeah, that does. So what I do with me stays with me in a way, and I give him that 1 day to kind of go, hey, look, here you go, get in here, get this done for your goals to still move forwards. But I kind of keep that knowledge not to myself, but deliver it just between me and him, and that's it kind of thing. Not giving him the program to go, hey, look, go watch a YouTube video on how to do it. When you do it wrong, you're going to blame me. And I'm saying it's not me kind of thing. I get that as well. I appreciate that, guys.
Right. So here's basically how I recommend, let me see this here. This is it. This is here how I recommend you do things, guys. Now, there's been some questions. I think it was it Ruben? I think it was Ruben, Jude, who posted in school about what app to use. I think it was.
It was.
Yeah, and I also had another new client of ours saying, you know, these are the frequently asked questions, the FAQs when people come on board. Like, what I recommend you guys use. You can see the screen, right? I'm guessing. Yeah. This here is all you need. So, and there's training on this like, this is all I ever use. Now, like Jude said, if they're doing a gold package review, 3 sessions a week, you give them 1 other workout. Now, for me personally, what I did is I sit them down. So this is in either if you're Zach, 3-way onboarding session, if you're a leverage trainer, like Mon's going to be 2, or if you're like any other trainer, just on your own, your normal free Kickstarter session after they sign up. So you're going to do their measurements and their onboarding. You're going to get them to download MyFitnessPal. You go through whatever, the onboarding checklist. What you do is you create them a planner, right? Now, this requires no app. So you could either digitally create this, or you could fill it out in person. All right. The only thing that we've come to realize is that they look really, really cool. But if you print these out and fill them in person, most people are using blue or black pens, and you can't see it on a black background. So you're going to have to fill this in probably digitally, guys, or you're just going to have to remove the black background and make it white. So look, what we do is this, right? I would go Monday, training with Ron in the gym. Tuesday, rest day. Wednesday, like, you could do, and this might be part of how you've sold your packaging to them. Wednesday, conditioner session with Ron in the gym. Thursday, cardio. Now, I only ever prescribe cardio. Now, but basically, like, my niche, it wasn't really a niche, but the people in my gym, it was a general population gym in the northern suburbs of Melbourne. It was all weight loss, strength, and conditioning clients. So it was like, I just told my guys to get on the treadmill, steady state cardio, incline on a treadmill. Burn calories. Don't fucking hold on. Just fucking let your hands go and just walk. Like, just steady state, right? That's it. That's all it was. Then from there, rest day. Saturday, PT. Sunday, I made a conscious effort of saying family day. I was speaking to, again, clients this morning on Voxer. I can't remember who it was. Regardless, like, I made a conscious effort to say, you take profit to this client, take profit from your business and go and fucking spoil your missus once a week. you go and have a date day, and it is imperatively important. Like anyone here, like Dan, as well, this is like advice for Dober here, like with your missus, who's a fucking quality missus as well, right? We've met her, obviously. Dude, look after that girl, yeah? And it's that simple. Like, don't, like, so Sunday, you should always coach your guys to spend time with their guys, right? And that's all I did. Now, this here, you can print it, you can fill it in again if you want to in person. I used to do that, take a photocopy, give it to them. But the point being, guys, is that you can use an app to do this. Trainerize will do it. However, like Jude said, it is so important. You give away training splits, and Dan Pardo, he wouldn't mind me saying, but Dan Pardo is he's a national champ, like he's in phenomenal condition, obviously big believer on like big training splits, and he gets like younger guys into like phenomenal shape. But if they do one session, he'll give them a split, and it has happened before in the past where they've taken the split, bye Dan, see you later. But they don't get in shape because they lose the accountability, right? The accountability is what they need. But like Jude said, never give away training splits, Ron. And I would be you can use that Strike weekly planner if you want to, or you can use Trainerize or whatever app you might be using to build them. And that's it. Like, I would only recommend giving splits if you are doing online personal training, because you're not taking any sessions then with anybody, right? They're doing them all on their own. Does that make sense, Ron?
Yeah, it does. Sorry, I'm just eating, so I thought I'd jump off the camera.
You're all good, bro. So yeah, that's some really good value there, guys. And for anyone again who's watching this on record, like be careful with over delivering, especially over prescription of programming, because your clients will believe, it's not the truth, but they will believe that they no longer need you because they've got a piece of paper with a bench press, a seated row, and a fucking deadlift on it. Like, it's not gonna, like, they perceive the value to be the piece of paper when you're the value, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Is there any questions on that anyone wants to like elaborate on? Zach, yeah.
Yeah, look, just to throw a bit of controversy in the mix, I disagree with that, bro. Like, I've ever since starting my business, way before I met you as well, like, I've been doing splits with all my clients. Yeah. My experience from day one until right now is that quite the opposite. That piece of paper to them in their mind and to their eyes means like nothing.
Good.
Because the value is all in me and the time with me. Because like even clients who like I've met who've had training history, like they're not brand new to the gym, they're not brand new to exercise. They've done gym programs before and stuff like that. They're well trained. Every week when I go to train with them, like they still need hints, tips, tricks, refreshers. Oh, what was this exercise again? What was the technique? What was the form? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So just in my experience, I found that what you provide someone with regards to like a training program means nothing. Like it's all about like the interaction and the guidance and the support and the face-to-face. Like that's where the value is.
I'm not going to contradict what I said before, but I agree with you fully. If you're Zach and you're a good personal trainer who knows how to stack the value on yourself and make your clients recognize that the piece of paper means shit. But they will also notice that as well. Like, you're an elite trainer, right? So, and again, it's one of those ones, if you have full confidence giving people a training split, go for it. It's no problem. However, like typically, I mean, anyone go to the gym these days and see that it's overpopulated with kids. Like these are the types of people that, like, if you give a training split to and they don't know you and they're egotistical, they'll just go, thanks for the training program, see you later. Like a lot, like again, go back to Dan Pardo. This is what Dan says as well. He's like, he has free sessions with people. They just want a free training program, and he actually just gives it to them and tells them to leave politely, obviously. But he gives them one and he'll just say, there you go, bro, and all the best. Because you also know, just like you know, Zach, that they're going to need the tips, the tweaks, the tricks, right? They're going to need you. So it's like, it's also kind of like, what's up, awesome manager in the background. With that being said, like, we had to do an onboarding process not too far away from Dan's gym in the northern suburbs, where I had to give them a program. And then we just went push, pull, plank. That's all we did. It was like seated chest press, seated row, all assisted, like all pin loaded, and then a plank. But what I would do is I would highlight to them that this is basically something that the gym, like with their systems, that we have to provide you. I like to go above and beyond and to give you a full like body composition analysis, form and technique analysis, you know, using some sexy words. Do you know what I mean? And then from there, they put the value on you and what you're doing, not the piece of paper. I think it's very, 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 very good that you've highlighted that, Zach, because you're definitely right, bro. It's not everybody, but some people would put a lot of value on the program. Do you know what I mean? For sure. Ron, yeah. Hopefully this is all really helping you as well, brother. I think it's some good value.
Yeah.
For you.
So I've seen both points of view actually in action with myself. So I've got a client at the moment that she said after October, she wants to step back because she feels like she can do it on her own. That's why I asked. But in saying that, she's got her boyfriend actually giving her a bit of a push and stuff like that. So she personally thinks he can replace me. I know he can't, because they've been together for a while, and she's only starting to achieve results when she comes to me.
Is that
I know straight away.
Partner?
What was that?
Partner says that they can replace you.
Yeah, her partner's like, hey, look, I'm going to push you and stuff like that. And she feels like she can do it on her own now. And I said, look, fair enough. I personally believe she's going to fail. I don't like saying that, but when she come to me, she was like, I don't know, in her own habits. I don't want to go. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Now that she was checking in with me, it's, hey, have you been to the gym today? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. It shifted. So I think for the next month or so, she'll be all right. But I think coming to Christmas time and stuff like that, she's going to fall back into old habits. But then I've also had a client that I actually did train a split with. And he's a 62-year-old dude who's real set in his ways of, I don't need help. But he stayed with me for a long time now, because purely he knows the value of me. He knows what I can do. He knows how I can push him as well in a safe environment, that his shoulder's not going to end up in the back of his head.
100%.
So like those are the two difference, and like they're two completely different clients. And I understand that as well. So it might just be not catered to the client, but kind of not hold back either. I think catering to the client would probably be the better way to word it. More of he's there for strength, and he can see the value in me, whereas she's just there for general weight loss. So that might be the different way to go. Two different kind of program things.
100%. I'll tell you exactly why he thinks that he can help her, and that he doesn't need, she doesn't need you. And this is 100% factual. It's just like your family telling you, don't become a PT because PTs don't succeed. I need you to go and get safe, securable income by getting a job, because they want you to be in a nice bubble of comfort, right? What this is, and that sounds blunt as shit, but you know who I am. So with that being said, this partner wants his missus to save money. That's all it is. If it was free, he wouldn't give a shit. He'd tell her to go and train with you twice a day, right? It's the numerical monetary value that is put on the service that he wants her to stop. He doesn't want her to stop training. And I have the amount of people, man, like I've got current clients at the moment that their parents want to mentor them, right? Like, and it's like, no, like, but well, one of their parents wants to mentor them. The other parent tells them to work with me, and the mum who wants them to work with me says often, like, thank you, Simon, for creating the divide between family and business, because the dad, who's the negative influence, he means the world, but he doesn't know. He ain't got shit on us. And that's what it's as simple as that, right? So, and it's industry specific, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But they want, if you can find that your partner or your daughter, your son, your dad, your mom, your family, your friends can save money and be secure, right? That's what everyone's going to want for you. So that's what's happening there, Ron. 100%. I know you had your hand up there, Zach. I'm just gonna see that it wasn't. I think level of cards. Yeah, 100%. Mon is definitely right in that chat. 100% as well. 100%. You had your hand up before, Zach, and we cross-referenced what you were going to say, bro. Or you want to weigh in?
Say, like, don't get me wrong. There's been lots of gym members who have approached like myself or who approached the desk saying, hey, I just want a program written for me and that's it, nothing else.
Yeah.
So it's those sorts of people that I would like 100% never give it like a program to. But like the ones who have actually like come to me for the guidance, typically clients as well. Yeah, I've just had good success rates with providing programs because it's not the program they come for, it's the trainer. So
I think, do you know what? I think after time, people, this is where Zach is right. So after time, when they realize the program does shit, right? That's where Zach's coming from with his level of experience by going, I know I can give my clients the programs because my clients recognize that I'm the shit. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. It's just to the untrained people. And when most people are training general population, people who think like, I just need to know like what weights to lift, because if I do a bench press, I'm going to get a bigger chest than if I did a cable fly. So I need to pay Zach for him to tell me which one's right. Bullshit. You know what, right? Do you know? So that's what it is. So when they realize that both of them won't do nothing, right, without the complete approach, right, then they need Zach. So that's a really, really good topic of conversation there, guys. A really good topic of convo. I've got a couple of things here that I'm gonna then flow on from that with. If anyone has a question, then obviously just come, I'll put your hand up, but I'm gonna just weigh in with something here. Okay. Now, two points. Got some notes here. I want to talk about action today multiplied by speed, right? And this is a really important topic, and I'm glad now we've got a sort of a screen full of people here, because coming up to Christmas, this is very important. But it relates into what like myself and Jude and the team are going through personally. And I think it's really very, very relative. And I was going to record a video on this. Excuse me, I think I still might do that, but very relative. Welcome, Cam. Hopefully you're well, bro. And Nath as well. I'm going to discuss it today in front of you guys. So everyone here takes action, right? However, action's great depending on the speed you take it. Now, what I'm going to be fully transparent with, like what we are experiencing here, and this will motivate a lot of you guys, and it will probably highlight where and why you could be doing better as well. So with us at the moment, like with our marketing, we're paying to have the marketing done. We're utilizing Facebook ads, right? And we're generating a lot of leads. However, we're finding, like, how many leads is there, Jude? I don't know, 170 or 180 or 200. I don't know what it's up to now, roughly, with the first campaign.
350.
300, so 350 people, right? And we have a funnel. I'm not going to go into the funnel, right? But like I've said, if you want to know how to run a Facebook group, like not saying like we're the shit, but just copy what we're doing, because we're paying good money to be told what to do. So like, and it's working, like it is working. Now, here's the thing. 350 leads is actually a very similar amount of leads and some people here generated last Christmas. Now, if you don't get on top of these leads with pace, with speed, they are going to turn into nothing. So the motivational point I'm making here today is this: lead generation is the easy part, which a lot of the time is the hurdle that people need to jump over to take action with, right? They need to build up the confidence to run floor to the floor. They need to download and know the software to do bulk blasts with SA group text. They need to do whatever that is the easy part. When you get the leads, the pace of which they come to you needs to be, right? It needs to be met with the same pace that you contact them and follow them up with. Does that make sense, Jude?
Yeah, so some statistics on how this works, essentially, if you're getting leads in, is normally for a lead, when a lead comes to you, you need to contact them within 5 minutes. Otherwise, 50% of them the chance of them picking up or anything drops. And then it drops another 50% if they're not contacted in half an hour. Just to give you an understanding of how time to contact is so important on lead follow-up.
Yeah, so this is huge. Now I'm going to relate this now to a bulk blast text message strategy that we all use here, if you can get access to lists or if you've built your own. Now, I mean, Mike, I've been working with for a long time, and I'm sure, I don't know why I thought of you, Mike, here, but do you remember I used to tell you, I used to do my blasts on a Sunday personally, or I recommended doing them on a Sunday, right? Most people ain't working on a fucking Sunday, right? Like I said, action. It's the first thing, action, right? Then speed. Now, when you send the bulk blast on a Sunday, right, and you get replies, one of my pet hates, right, and this is humongous value, right, for anyone watching here, is, and I know what you're prepping there in your kitchen, but I just saw you look over, Claire, and this is you guys, right, when you generate a ton of leads and do fuck all with them. I'm not pinpointing you, but anyway, like, with that being said, you learn from this, right? Basically, guys, on a Sunday, when the people respond, this is in the training, what you do is you pick up the phone and you start dialing, right? Wolf of Wall Street stuff. And it's that simple. You pick up the phone and you start dialing. When you send a text message and you know that people respond, what does it show you that they are on at that point in time? They're on their phone, right? The chances are, if you call them, what's going to happen? Answer, script, delivered, booked, right? That's it. Now, I remember this one time on a Sunday, right? I had to do this bulk blast, right? I had to do it. It was pissing it down with rain, and I chose to go outside. I don't know why. I think I needed to get outside or something like that. Right now, I went in the rain. I was in a bus stop. I did a bulk blast, and I had 46 replies in about 10 minutes. And what happens is when you do one of these well, is then I was in the rain, the phone screen. Anyone who knows when it's raining, your phone screen like doesn't work, and then it was like ringing like random numbers, or was right. It was one of them, and I was like constantly like this, like freaking. Now the difference is, and this was a strategy that I did. It's called the booked before you begin strategy. You know, you guys obviously know this who are working with us. Check it out if you want to in the bulk blast section of the portal. I booked in 46 consults and signed up 20 clients from that strategy in a brand new location. I'd never walked into the location before. I remember the first, well, I had to meet the manager to get the position, but the first time I walked in the location, the other two trainers that were in that location were there. I walked in the door, I dumped my bag, I took a consult, I converted a client before I said hello to the other two trainers. Now, this isn't like go Simon, it's not. I'm just showing you that like, that is what will happen if you take action and multiply it with speed, right? So if any of you guys, no worries, Dan, if any of you guys here are running blasts or getting ready, like, oh, go Simon. I thought you said you had to go. I was like, oh, okay, see you later. But yeah, thanks, guys. But take the action, multiply it by the speed, right? And it is that simple, guys. I'm not joking. The other trainers did say, what the fuck was that? They did. They were like, did you just sign a client? They were like, nice to meet you, by the way. What's your name? Right? And I'd already signed a client. And they were like, how did you do that? And I was like, oh, just like, because you don't want to share, right? You don't want to share with them what you're doing, because it will just jeopardize your own success. I mean, you can share with them if you want. But yeah, like, it's a simple case of like action by speed. Now, I spoke to another client this morning. I can't remember. I think it was Dan Pardo. I spoke to Dan. He's in 5 locations with 5 trainers, right? So he's got access to 5 databases, and he's got trainers in each one. I mentioned to Dan, if you're going to run a bulk blast strategy, right? And this is another bit of a kicker here before I go to a second point, right? Carry on. If the club and Dan's awesome manager in the background offers to run the bulk blast for you, it will fail. I want to now ask you guys why that would be. Why would it fail? Now, bear in mind, here's the extra info you need. Most gyms, when they run strategies like this, they do it on a CRM, which is on their computer, right? And then why would it fail? Or not succeed as if you did it yourself and you took the action multiplied with most important factor, which is the speed. Why would it fail? This is really
they don't care about it. It's not their business, and they're not going to book it in for you. But you're going to take the time to go, right, let's get this done, get it done straight away.
That's true. That's true. That is true. I want to know, like, I want to find a little bit deeper. Why would it fail though specifically? Think about like,
Not going to your phone.
That's exactly right. Right? If someone offers to do bulk blast messaging, this is just a huge generalized tip, guys, right? If anyone offers to do a bulk blast for you, they do it for you, and you're not on the receiving end of that text message, you better be on the receiving end of that CRM inside that gym with Dan's awesome manager. Because the speed is the key. The speed of the follow-up is the key with bulk blast messaging. Not if you're doing anything online and DMs and stuff like that, because that just comes across too sleazy, right? If you're like constantly messaging people really quick, it looks like you're needy and shit. But we don't do that here because we don't need to do that. So just take note, guys, that action multiplied by speed will increase success. And if you are doing bulk blasts, never, like I have it to this day, like multiple clients. Yeah, I did the bulk blast yesterday. I'm going to get to the leads tomorrow. Are you fucking? I swear it grinds my gears, man. I'm not even joking. What's the point? Like, what's the point? When they reply, they're on their phone. Call them quick and book them in, and that's it. That then kind of leads, guys, to why we're not this year focusing on volume at Christmas. We're focusing on quality and speed. Does that make sense? That little one? Bit of good little value, random value today. Any questions with that? Good. I expect you all to be fast and take and act with speed. So that's it. That's really, really good for any strategy where you're doing outreach, like texting or anything like that. Okay, so all right. Okay, cool. And yeah, look, this is just something else here. I just want to say, guys, to every single fucking one of you guys here, like, I love you. Jude, I'm speaking on behalf of Jude as well. We're proud of your attendance as well. For any one of you guys that's a new client, because we have new clients coming on board. As always, as you should, if you have a business, you always want new clients coming on board. But if you're watching this, look at me in my eyes. Try get here, because these people that persevere and are persistent with their attendance to these webinars are getting first-hand value like we just delivered. I can't say enough like how many clients that are out there that never attend these and never watch the webinars will complain about their business being broken, but they're working with Pinnacle. I actually hate that because it jeopardizes my reputation, but it ain't my fucking fault, and it definitely isn't Jude's either. So you guys here that attend and absorb the value, we're fucking proud of you. And it literally is that simple. But I'm not going to get soppy, and I'm not going to kiss your ass too much. Who's got a question to carry on? What's the time, mate? Where are we at? What the time here? Oh, we're doing right. Yeah, got 10 minutes. So any questions about anything? So just a quick recap, speed and action combined, right? I love you all. So does Jude. With that being said as well, Christmas, not volume. We're focusing quality, right? Combined with action and speed, right? And they're over-delivering for Ron as well. Look at this guy playing golf. Lucky man. Again, hit that hole in one, bro. I'm gonna say it. One day you will hit one, and then you're gonna come back and say thanks for the props. But with that being said, don't over-deliver too much on the value. You don't need training splits, just like Jude said. One session a week is all you need. Create this split of the weekly schedule, sorry, using your Trainerize, right? You can do that using your Trainerize, or by using the weekly schedule and the weekly planner inside school. And that's all I would recommend doing. That then you can then store in your drive. And like I said, the only shit thing is that the background is black. So if you print it and you write it out in person, you're not going to be able to see the pen. So you're going to have to do it digitally with white text. We apologize, but it looks good. And that's the main thing. Yes, Ray.
What time do you recommend getting back to your clients? Like, have you got all morning people? Like, is there a best time or just one that works in with you? Like, you know what I mean? If you can't get the same time every day.
In relation to creating that distance with communication with clients. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, there's no wrong and right, but like, I mean, look, here's the thing. Ideally, like, well, not ideally, what I am trying to coach everyone is to create routine and a habit that you can just follow each day, right? A lot of you guys will be doing your training routinely and picking kids up routinely, doing school drop-offs and going to the grocery shop, right, routinely. Ideally, you want to do things routinely, right? If you can't operate that, if you can't operate routinely, I think it shows that there's probably some movement that you could, but for various reasons. I mean, if you've got like people booking in at different times, a lot of people on shift work, that sort of stuff as well. Like, you know, if for whatever reason, just do it when you can, Ray. Like, I mean, do it when you can. However, if you can't do it systematically and in a very polished sort of routine, it gives off the vibe that you're contactable and can reply at any time, right?
Yeah.
And that's the dangerous thing. Like, I mean, whenever I'm in the car, like before, I message someone on the way back from the gym, I'll always make a conscious effort of saying, I'm just on the way to the gym, I'm doing some extra Voxes. I don't ever tell people, like, you can contact me throughout the day and ever fucking expect a reply. Like, but what I will tell people is you're working with me on Voxer, and a few of you guys are on here. If you're working with me on Voxer every single morning, unless I give you a heads up saying I'm taking it chill today, which I don't really need to say, but I love to communicate with people and keep things, you know, on point with communication, that you will hear from me every day in the morning at a certain time. And then you just show up and deliver. And that's it. I think that's, hopefully that kind of helps. But yeah, try to do it at a consistent time. But I mean, when you were coaching people online and a few people that were like wanting calls, or they were calling you and all that sort of stuff's a no-no. Like, try and create distance. And I think most people will know here, but for anyone that doesn't and who's watching this on record, like, never give access to your clients to book in or call you randomly, text you and expect replies. Like, this is where your terms and conditions highlight all of this stuff out for you guys, right? Like, even though it will be really hard, like, because again, we're all givers here, we want our clients to be so happy. It will be really hard for you to stick to your own time management when, in terms of replying to texts. I am useless at it. I'm useless. Like, the amount of times, like, on Facebook, I'm useless with it, because I spend a lot of time on Facebook, and when I'm in the office and stuff like that, it's there. I'll reply when it's not my job to reply to anybody on Facebook. Like, it's not. I don't control it, but I'll just quickly respond to something, and that's not cool. So sticking to it is hard when all you want to do is give. You know what I mean? But I'm just trying to help you guys, condition you guys to just give in a nice, routinely manner, rather than spontaneously screw yourself, and then condition your clients to contact you anytime. That's that. Any other questions, guys? Pretty good. All right. Pretty good. How's that stepping, Nate? I did some stepping this morning. It's good, bro. It's good. All right, guys, let's make a sharp transition across. Is everybody here coming to marketing? Yeah. All right, let's rock and roll. I'll see you across there, guys.